You know that feeling. You just got home from a ride. The engine is still making that quiet ticking sound. You haven't taken your helmet off yet. You're just sitting there, one foot on the ground, one foot still on the peg. And you don't want to move. Maybe today was the last warm day of the year. Maybe you looked at the weather this morning and your heart sank a little. Cold weather coming, temperatures dropping. And a quiet little thought showed up in your head. This might be my last ride for a while. You took the long way home today without even planning to, because somewhere inside you already knew. That feeling, that bittersweet, quiet, heavy feeling, it's like being happy and a little sad at the same time. Like the last day of summer vacation. If you felt that, this video is for you. Here's the most important thing I want you to understand before anything else. How you put your bike away is how it comes back to you. Say that again. How you put it away is how it comes back to you. Let me tell you a quick story. A rider finishes their last ride of the season. It's cold. They're tired. They pull into the garage, put the kickstand down, and go inside. I'll deal with the bike this weekend, they think. This weekend becomes next weekend. Next weekend becomes before it snows. Before it snows becomes, it's already cold, it's fine. And then spring comes. This rider walks into the garage, excited, ready to ride, and the bike looks wrong. The front tire has a flat spot. The battery is completely dead. The fuel smells sour and stale. The chain is dry and rusty. And somewhere in the air, intake, a mouse, built a nest. None of it is the end of the world. But here's the real cost. This rider walked in ready to ride, happy, excited, and instead of riding, they spent the day fixing things. The moment they've been dreaming about all winter, gone. That's what skipping storage prep actually costs. Not just money. The moment. And here's the good news. None of this is hard to prevent. 2 to 3 hours in the fall, 1 hour in the spring. That's it. Now let's talk about what actually happens to your bike while it sits. Your bike is not paused when it's in the garage. Things are happening every single day. The gas goes bad. The ethanol in modern fuel absorbs moisture from the air. Over time, the fuel gets thick and sticky, like milk left out too long. By month 5 or 6, it can leave a gummy residue inside your fuel system. The battery dies. Every month it sits unused, it loses charge. By the end of winter, it's often completely dead. And a battery that stays dead too long gets permanently damaged, like a phone that's been drained too many times. It never holds a full charge again. The tires get flat spots. Your bike's weight sits on the same part of the tire for months. That section flattens slightly, like Play-Doh left on the floor. Sometimes it fixes itself after a few warm miles. Sometimes it doesn't. Rust forms. Moisture is everywhere, even in a closed garage. Metal parts, your chain, your exhaust, your frame, slowly develop surface rust without protection. Rubber dries out, seals, hoses, gaskets, they need to stay flexible. Cold and dry conditions over months can cause cracking and shrinking. Now you know why every storage step matters. It's not overthinking, it's just understanding what your bike needs. Let's go through the pre-storage ritual. And yes, call it a ritual, not a chore. A ritual is something you do with care and intention, something that means more than just a physical action. Step 1. Wash the bike, not for cleanliness, for inspection. When you move a cloth around every corner of your bike, you see things, a small oil drip, a crack in a rubber hose, something starting to rust. Washing is the best inspection you can do without tools. After washing, dry it completely. Then wipe all metal surfaces with a light spray wax or protectant, a thin invisible barrier between the metal and winter air. Step 2. Fuel treatment. Buy a bottle of fuel stabilizer. It's cheap, available anywhere. Fill the tank completely first. A full tank means less air, less moisture, less degradation. Add the stabilizer per the bottle's instructions. Then run the bike for 10 to 15 minutes so that protected fuel travels through the entire system. Not just sitting in the tank. Step 3. Change the oil. This surprises people. But old engine oil is slightly acidic. Fresh oil has ingredients that neutralize that acid. If you leave old oil in your engine all winter, those acids sit in contact with your engine's internal parts for months. Change the oil before storage. Run the bike briefly after to circulate the fresh oil. Shut it down. Your engine sleeves protected. Step 4. Battery care. You have 3 options. Use a battery tender, a smart charger that keeps the battery topped up all winter without overcharging. Best option if you have power in your garage. Disconnect the negative cable. Stops the battery from draining through the bike's electronics. You may need a charge in spring, but it'll be in much better shape. Remove the battery and store it indoors. Best if your garage gets below freezing for extended periods. A charged battery and a moderate temperature will come out of winter perfectly fine. Step 5. Tire prep. Inflate both tires to the maximum pressure written on the sidewall, not your normal riding pressure, the maximum. This builds a buffer against the pressure loss that happens as temperatures drop. If you have a paddock stand, use it. Tires off the ground means 0 flat spotting. If no stand, park on a rubber mat instead of concrete and move the bike a few inches every few weeks to change which part of the tire bears the weight. Step 6. Check brake fluid. Brake fluid should be pale yellow. If it looks dark brown like old tea, it's contaminated and should go on your spring change list. Check the level. Top up if needed. Cap tight. Step 7. Lubricate everything. Clean and lube the chain. A dry chain sitting for months will rust. Lube the throttle, clutch, and brake cables at both ends. Cold storage stiffens cables. Put a drop of oil on every pivot point, kickstand, foot pegs, brake lever, clutch lever. These small parts are always ignored. Give them some attention. Step 8. Plug the exhaust and intake. This one sounds funny. It isn't. Mice build nests in exhaust pipes and air intakes during winter. A nest in the intake destroys your air filter. A nest in the exhaust can catch fire on the first spring start. Stuff a clean rag into each exhaust pipe. Cover the air intake. Then tape a bright note to your handlebars that says, "Remove rags before starting. You will forget otherwise. Everyone does. The note saves you." Step 9. Cover the bike properly. Never use a plastic tarp indoors. It traps moisture against your bike for months, causing rust, water damage, and corrosion. Use a breathable motorcycle cover. It lets moisture escape while keeping dust off. For outdoor storage, use a cover made for outdoor use and strap it down so wind can't flap it against the paint. Put the cover on slowly. Look at the bike one last time before you do. You're not abandoning it, you're tucking it in. Now, I want to talk about something that checklists always skip. You love this thing, and I mean that simply and honestly. For a rider, a motorcycle is connected to something bigger than transportation. It's connected to freedom. To the version of yourself that exists on an open road with nothing pulling at you from any direction. When the season ends and that bike gets covered up, there's a real feeling of loss, even knowing spring is coming. Even knowing it's temporary. That feeling is real, and it's okay. But here's the reframe. The storage period is not the absence of riding. It's the space between rides. Every cold gray day of winter is one day closer to that morning when you walk into the garage, pull the cover off, and hear the engine come back to life. Every day, the bike sits protected is a day closer to the ride you're already planning in your head. The road is still there, your bike is still there, and you are still a rider whether you're riding or not. That doesn't go away with the leaves. Now, spring is here. You walk into the garage and something is different. The air is warmer, the light is coming in at a different angle, and under that cover is your bike, rested, protected, waiting. Let's wake it up. Remove the cover slowly. Let the bike come into view gradually. You're doing a visual check as it appears. Looking for anything that changed over winter, walk around it. Look for rust, cracks, fluid drips on the floor, or anything unusual. Find the rags you plugged into the exhaust and intake, make sure they're still in place, and remove them before you do anything else. Check the battery. If you used a tender, unplug it and you're ready. If the battery was stored disconnected, reconnect and check the charge. A weak battery needs charging before you attempt to start the bike. Open the fuel cap and smell it. It should smell like gas, not sour, not sharp. If the fuel smells wrong, drain it and put fresh gas in before riding. Check tire pressure and bring it back to your normal riding spec. Run your hand around the contact patch of each tire and feel for flat spots. Squeeze both brake levers before the bike moves. They should feel firm and normal. Soft or spongy brakes means something needs attention before you ride. Give the chain a fresh lube. Check tension. Do a quick check of all fluid levels. Oil, coolant, brake fluid, clutch fluid. Top up anything that's low. Now, the first start. The bike may take a moment. Don't hold the starter more than 5 seconds at a time. Give it a few attempts. Once it starts, it may run rough for the first minute. That's completely normal. The fuel is cycling through. The oil is circulating. The engine is warming up from cold. Just let it idle. Don't rev it. Don't rush it. Let it warm up like stretching before a run. After 2 minutes, it should settle into a clean, steady idle. If it does, your prep worked. The bike is awake. The first ride of the season is not the ride where you push anything. I know you want to. Winter was long. The road is right there. Take it easy. Your muscle memory has been dormant for months. It's still there, but it needs a few miles to fully wake up. Your reactions may feel slightly slower, your balance slightly uncertain, your body a little stiff. This is normal. You haven't lost anything. You just need a few miles to remember. Go somewhere short, somewhere familiar. No hard acceleration, no aggressive corners, no highway speeds until everything feels natural. Give yourself the first ride as a warm-up. You've earned it. And when you pull back into the garage after that first ride, notice how it feels. Lighter than the last ride of fall, isn't it? Like something was returned to you, because it was. You took care of your machine. And your machine? On that first clean start, on that first smooth idle, on that first ride where everything feels exactly right, is taking care of you back. That's the deal between a rider and their bike. The machine gives you everything every single ride. And in return, in the quiet months between seasons, you give it care, attention, preparation. What you get back in spring is not just a working motorcycle. What you get back is trust. The deep, solid trust that comes from knowing your brakes work because you checked them. Your tires are right because you prepped them. Your fuel is good because you treated it. Your battery is charged because you took care of it. That trust makes you a better rider. Not because the bike is faster, because when you trust the machine under you, your body relaxes, your hands soften, your eyes open up, your reactions sharpen. Confidence on a motorcycle doesn't come from being brave. It comes from being prepared. Smart riders prepare. They always have. And you, by being here, by caring enough to go through all of this, you're one of them. So pull the cover off. Remove those rags, charge the battery, check the tires, treat the fuel, lube the chain. Do it slowly. Do it like it matters, because it does. And then, when everything is ready, when the season is open in front of you like a road you've never been down, put your helmet on, start the engine, and go! The road has been waiting. If this video helped you, share it with a rider who needs it. Subscribe for more, and I'll see you on the next one. Ride safe!